Good morning, Periscope. Good morning. Good to see you. It's been a while since I've been on. I just wanted to come on and get this quick message. You can definitely check out my Periscope later on replay. What's going on, Brittany? Since you demanded it this morning, let me give you this quick message. What's going on, Sunny D46? My name is Deaushay Watts. I'm a little under the weather, enjoying some time with my family, but let me give you this quick message. Let me give you this quick message, and once again, you can check out the replays. Christy, good to see you. Good to see you this morning. Let me give you the quick message that I want to give to you this morning. If you notice, the title of the message is very simple, that farmers don't hold on to their seeds. Farmers don't hold on to their seeds. Good morning. And the reason why I titled the message like that is because whether you know it or not, we all are farmers in some shape, form, or fashion. If you read the Bible, it is filled with parables, and most of the parables have to do with agriculture. It has to do with the land. It has to do with reaping and sowing. And from a spiritual perspective, every single day of our life, we're reaping or we're sowing something. So if you read the Bible, just look at all the parables, and you'll begin to realize that it talks about sowing seeds. It talks about a harvest a lot, seed and harvest time. And one of the things that I thought about last night before I went to bed and I woke up to was that farmers don't hold on to their seeds. Okay? And a lot of times in life, we hold on to our seeds, whatever that seed may be, because we're waiting for the right time. We're waiting for the right moment. And there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a season to plant and there's also a season to harvest. But a lot of times we're holding on to seeds. So the question is at what point will you be able to reap a harvest if you continue to hold on to your seeds? The number one reason why we hold on to our seeds, or we hold on to those things, is quite simply because we are afraid. We are afraid because we can't control what happens once it is planted in the ground. It's that simple, right? Since you can't control the outcome, we decide to just hold it in our hand. And a seed does no good in your hand. Whatever that thing is that you're trying to do in your life, it does no good in your hand. It has to be released into the earth. So let me tell you about the ground. No, you cannot control your harvest. You cannot control that. That is a lie. Anybody that tells you that, they're telling you a lie. You can't control the things once it's planted into this atmosphere, into this earth. But let me tell you what we can control. What we can control is what we planted in, number one. You can control what you planted in, which means we need to put the seeds into the right ground. We need to put the seeds into the right environment. We need to invest the time in the right people. We need to invest our resources in the right things, so we can invest the ground in order to influence the growth of the seed. Number one. Number two, we can cultivate the ground, which means it is your job to water the seed. It is your job to make sure that you remove all the weeds. Your job is to be a good farmer, to get your hands down into the dirt and take away those things that don't need to be there, and to continue to cultivate those things that should be there. This is very important. So we need to get our hands down in the dirt. So don't think, and here's what we mess up as well, we think just because we plant a seed in the right ground, in the right people, and that's it. This is where many of us miss our blessings, because we just plant a seed in a good relationship or a good person or a good job, and we walk away from it. We don't take the time to cultivate the land. You must cultivate the land daily. You must remove the weeds daily. Okay? You must water it daily. You must know what you're trying to plant. You must know what it requires. You must know how much water it requires, how much sunlight it requires. You must know these things. You must cultivate it. That is a long and strenuous process. And lastly, here was the last thing about planting your seeds and not holding them in your hand. And this is probably the most important. This is what we feel the most, is that no farmer plants something today and expects something tomorrow. We are not very patient with ourselves. We're not very patient with others, and we're not very patient with God. It takes time. If you plant a seed today, do not expect a harvest tomorrow. Okay? It takes time. It's that simple. So we have to get out of this mentality of instant gratification. Of if you plant something right now, you expect to see the benefits of it tomorrow. We have to get out of that. We're not patient enough. We're not patient enough with ourselves. And if you're not patient with yourself, there is no way you can be patient with others. And I'm going to tell you, like the old people say, you can't rush God. You can't hurry God. And this is a fact that we need to recognize, is that it takes time for your harvest to reap. But let me tell you something I'm beginning to realize. you're right, the micro mentality has to go. It takes time. So when you sow your seeds, you must understand that, one, that you must put it in the right place, the right type of ground. Number two, you must cultivate it. And three, you must be patient. And you must be willing to realize that it takes time for that to grow. But let me tell you this, whatever you're trying to grow, whatever you're trying to prosper, whatever you're trying to be harvest of, it cannot be grown in your hands. It cannot be grown in your hands, which means there are some things you got to let go of. There are some things that you got to let go of. It is imperative. In order for you to produce a growth, you gotta let it, you gotta have faith. It takes faith to plant something. It takes faith. You can't control it. You can't control it. But let me tell you a little secret. If you plant enough good seeds, the problem is sometimes we want to plant one and see how that works. You want to plant two. No, listen, if you plant enough good seeds, something good will happen for you. If you plant enough good seeds, don't just plant one. Don't just plant two. Every day of your life you wake up, you try to just plant good seeds everywhere, because you never know where your harvest will come from. This is the reason why you just try to plant good, healthy seeds. So I'm going to be on a little later, maybe this week, maybe today, I don't know when, talking about this in greater detail, because we got to look at a farmer's mentality. What is a farmer's mentality? Do you view yourself as a farmer? Because I can tell you that the Bible is filled with parables that view us as farmers, because the Bible knows that if you can understand nature, if you can understand how you plant something and how it grows, if you can understand that, then you can understand spiritual things. So if you can understand the parables that Jesus talks about in terms of planting something and growing something, you can understand how he works, and you can understand how he works with us. Take your time. Be patient. Plant it in the right ground. God bless you all, and God keep you.